I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Hello, collectors, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher, and as you can see here, we have the Sinister Six facing off against the Scarlet Spider. But something's not quite right here. Yes, there are 6 members here, but one member is missing. Rhino is a bit of a throw-in. He came along later. No, he is not an original member of the Sinister Six. Who would that original member be? I'll give you 2 seconds to guess. Naturally, faithful, it is Kraven the Hunter. Yes. And we are here to talk about Kraven the Hunter. I'm going to move you back a little bit, Marco, because we are here in Bootleg Alley, which means we are going to talk about a bootleg figure. Not that guy. That guy is legit as they come. But this motherfucker here, he is the bootleg that we are here to talk about. You may ask yourself, Discount Action Figure Dude, why do you have 2 Kraven the Hunters here? Why, my friends? Because I work for you. The Discount Action Figure Dude is a different kind of channel. Discount Action Figure Dude, well, people are doing the new, fresh thing. The Discount Action Figure Dude is doing action figures that probably got released 3 months ago, 12 months ago, 5 years ago. Yes, that's going to limit the Discount Action Figure Dude's growth potential, but I'm not here to grow. I'm here for the people. I'm not here to monetize. You will never, ever hear the Discount Action Figure Dude say, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to smash that notification button. Because, hey, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Either way, you're still my guys, and you're still welcome to the cookout. But the reason I have these 2 is I got this guy, the new guy, the legitimate guy at Walmart. He was on sale for like $13. Around the same time I bought that, I saw that AliExpress had a knockoff of this guy for roughly the same price. So I said, why don't I just buy myself 2 Kraven the Hunters and compare them when this one eventually comes in, because it's going to take a while to him to make his way from China to the United States of America and to my front door. This guy took no time at all. But before we do anything, let's say we cut these 2 bitches open. And here go both our Kravens out of the package. Looking... Can you guess? I don't know. Can you guess which one is the legitimate and which one is the bootleg just from looking at them from there? Probably. But if I was to hide their faces, I'm not so sure. But anyway, let's take a look at these packages to see if we can spot a difference between the bootleg packaging and the real packaging. Okay. This is this is bootleg, right? Bootleg, real. I'm not seeing any real difference here. No, not seeing any real difference here. Legit. Bootleg. Maybe the legit's a little more. Yeah, okay. The orange is a little more colorful than the bootleg. I think the barcodes are the same, so there's that too. Judging from the packaging, we really can't, there's very little difference between these 2 figures. Again, considering that the actual Kraven the Hunter figure was a Walmart exclusive, which I'm guessing they couldn't move because, again, this guy went down to like $13, $12 to next to nothing. I was able to pick him up. I don't know if the bootleg community miscalculated on this guy's value, or again, Is he flawed in some way? It looks like he is flawed in some kind of way. But let's say we take a closer look at Kraven the Hunter. So, let's take a closer look at our two Kravens. See what we got here. Well, clearly it looks like there's something a little off with the head of our Kraven on the left, and as opposed to our Kraven on the right. I don't know, what is it? Is it just too much shading? Does he have a paint splotch? I'm not quite sure. Looking at both of their, interesting. Could this be the reason why this thing became a bootleg because of the, that's very interesting. Hold on. I've often thought that a character became a bootleg because of some kind of flaw on the assembly line. And it looks like the flaw on the assembly line here is that the bootleg, so to speak, because I'm pretty sure that for all intents and purposes, that other Kraven is a legitimate Marvel legend, except for some quality problems, could be the spear. This is the regular spear, which, looks okay. This is the bootleg spear, which clearly has a gap here where this tie should be, and it's also his little feathers or bananas or whatever the hell those things are upside down. Is that what made this thing a reject? Something as benign as that? I mean, it's pretty serious. I guess you couldn't sell those. And if they ran a whole crap ton of those with bad spears, then I guess they'd get rejected, and then they'd be sent to the bootleg pile. Fascinating. Well, other than our spears being problematic for our bootleg, what else can we point out between these two figures that might be different? As we already noticed, it looks like the bootleg one has a bit of a smudge on his face. Looks like he's got some issues going on. It looks like the bootleg is also maybe a half-inch shorter, which we could probably, I don't know, is it thighs? I think looks like it's in the calf. It looks like it's in the calf that makes him a little bit shorter. I can't tell much difference in his lion vest. They look pretty much the same. The legitimate figure belt is a little more oranger than the bootleg figure. It's more yellow. It looks like Kraven's butt on the legitimate figure is a little shinier and maybe a little more pronounced than the bootleg figure. And as far as anything else, yeah, not a lot of difference between the two, other than this face and his eyes. I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. So, I guess we could take a quick look at articulation. I don't think it's going to be any real difference there, other than, as a matter of fact, we know this body, we know what it can do. I am fairly convinced that this is the exact same figure, just it got kicked off the assembly line because it's kind of effed up a little bit. But I am pretty sure that it can do all of the Marvel Legends things that we expect it to do without problem, bootleg or not. So, even though we're not saying run out and get the bootleg, because Oddly enough, the legitimate figure costs less than the bootleg. Go figure. But, you know, if for some reason you wanted a Kraven with a smudgy face and a messed up spear, he's here for just a little bit more. We're going to call, he could be like, you know, back in the day when people collected baseball cards, if that baseball card had a flaw, that baseball card became very, very valuable. I don't think the same rules apply to mass-produced plastic, unfortunately. So as we often say when we make our visits to Bootleg Alley, we don't assign a value to the bootleg figure because it's a bootleg figure, even though, again, this is not very bootleggy. It's just a version of this figure that has some things that are kind of messed up, which got it kicked off the assembly line, we think. But we will assign a value to this figure, which is okay. We're not too crazy about his head sculpt. But we do like everything, pretty much everything else about him is okay. I am told that he is supposed to be Kraven the Hunter from the Spider-Man animated series. That's fine. I never watched the Spider-Man animated series, but I am familiar with the comic book version of Kraven the Hunter, and he is not quite that. He's not wearing his leopard skin pants or any of the things that I'm accustomed to my Kraven the Hunter wearing, kind of having me longing for a accurate comic Kraven the Hunter. But until I can get that, this will have to be my Kraven the Hunter. The bootleg Kraven Hunter, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know. He'll be hanging around. But as far as value, considering what he cost and the fact that I don't have any version of Kraven the Hunter, we're going to call him an okay value.